Pieces in place right here. Hello everyone, welcome to the Webmaster Academy. I'm Michael Wood and I am the owner and chief web designer at Captivatim Multimedia and Web Design. Tonight I'm going to be talking about the Dance Club template from Wix.com. This template is good for anybody who wants to have a website that showcases their unique content. Whether you're a nightclub, a dance club, or maybe a theater, and you host live performances, or maybe you're a traveling group of actors and actresses who go around to different venues and you want to keep your fans aware of the different performances you have. So this doesn't have to be a fixed location. If you fit any category where you have different venues and you just want to showcase how unique your content is to the people, this is going to be a great template for you. We're going to use Wix blogs and we're going to use Wix events to make things happen behind the scenes. So, thank you for being with me. Let's go ahead and get started. Hello everyone, once again, welcome to the Webmaster Academy. The first thing I'm going to do, I will do a walkthrough of this template, and then I'll go under the hood and I'll show you how you can customize the template for your own business or service. So let's do our quick tour of the actual website itself. So this fictitious dance club is called Frame. And it has a little animation of this red cursor here. It blinks from time to time. That's a quick little animation. The menu at the top features the social media links, and these are text instead of buttons. You're probably used to seeing text or social media buttons. So the text is a little bit of a different design. It has Facebook, Spotify, Instagram, and SoundCloud. And then over on the left-hand side, we have Program, News, Cafe, and Info under the menu navigation. And then the name of the club is at the very top left, which in this case is called Frame. When I scroll down, you could see the first things are the posters or the events that are happening at this particular club. And here on the left we have Technicolor and Friends Friday, Tropical Island Showcase, and the Alpha Toys by DJ Mikey going on February 25th. So these are three major events that are happening. If the user uses their mouse and they scroll over, there's a slide animation that happens, and the slide just gives you more information on that particular venue. So in this case, it gives the name, the date, the time, and the location of this event. I scroll over, and you could see that the information simply hovers and moves or slides in. And so it's nice because there's no clicking that has to happen. It's very smooth animations right there. Then as I scroll down, you see there are info buttons if they want to know more about that particular venue. And then there's a news section. And here you have some very interesting art. And it works kind of like a blog. So here we scroll down and we see the news. In this case, it's just one major article. And then further down, you can learn more about the cafe itself. There's a photo of the cafe and a quick little description here on the right. And it's letting you know that breakfast is served all day. And then there's a subscribe box down on the bottom left. When someone puts their address in there, you will get their address on the Wix back end, and that'll help build up your email list. You can then take that list and send out different emails to the people. You could even use Wix shoutouts to create very quickly some colorful and very well designed emails out. It has the copyright information down at the bottom, and here's the social media buttons or icons down on the bottom right in the footer. You notice the footer is the same color as the page background. In this case, it's white. So the footer doesn't really stand out. It's just part of the website. So this is a very minimalistic approach. There's a lot of text on this site, which, you know, can be a little bit more of a modern feel to it. If I click on Program, it goes to another web page actually, and it's called This Week. And it tells them what's going on this week. In this case, it's Technicolor and Friends. You notice the menu at the top is persistent as I scroll down. And then it tells you what's going on next week. So here's this week, and then here's next week. If I click on Info for a particular venue, it will give you the details, and it gives them the Register Now button. So they can register for each one of these events. And then there's more detail about the events, and it gives the user the ability to share this event on their own social media platforms. If I register now, it'll come up with a box where the user will put in their first and last name and their email and then submit. Now these events could be free or paid, so that's a good option depending on your venue and what it is you're doing. You can give a combination of both even, and Wix will handle all the financial transactions and the registration details on the back end. There are links again to Facebook and Instagram, which are very common. But a couple links I want to point out is one is on Spotify and the other is on SoundCloud. So that's going to be really important to really showcase the type of music that your club offers. So Instagram will give a good visual of the club and the people who go to your club. And the SoundCloud will be just great showing off the different music that's happening. And so it's a way for people to really experience your particular venue, and that'll get them to want to go in person. So they'll know up front exactly what to expect from your club. So it's a fairly simple site. It's really two major parts: the news section, which tells people the events that are upcoming, and then the ability to register for each of the events. Now this is a very sophisticated blog in that people can actually log in and sign up. That helps you to not only capture leads, but it helps people to be able to comment on each of your blog posts, and they can make it very personalized with their own username and password. This helps generate conversations, and when you're generating conversations about your content, that produces a really good SEO, or search engine optimizations. As you know, in 2018 moving forward, SEO is all about having real conversations about real content. There's been many advances in SEO where they're trying to move away from all of these bots and little programs that try to cheat the system by saturating the website with keywords. Now it's all about content. Nowadays, Google is starting to pick up on natural conversations that are being held about your particular domain name. So it's really important that you start building discussions and conversations on your website about your website and about your content, products, and services. So enabling people to log into your blog is going to help facilitate that organic SEO. So each of these links gives people the ability to comment and give a little heart or a like. It's kind of its own little social media built into your website. So that is the basics of the site. Very simple. The most important things is, what is your venue doing? How do people register? And what's the music and what's the environment of your club. This website provides all of those parts very easily. Now, if you don't like the look and feel of this, I'm going to show you how to customize this site to match your particular club or venue. Before I do that, I'm just going to look off to the side and see if there's any questions at this time. If you have a question, feel free to leave that in the comments and go ahead and give me a heart or a like. Let me know. What do you think about this template? Are you using this template? Do you plan on using this template? Let me know in the comments section. All right, if you're watching the replay, feel free to comment. I see the comments afterwards, and I try to get back to everyone as soon as I can. Let's go ahead and go under the hood. Now, when I show you how to customize, I'm just showing you some of the basic things that you can do. There's a whole lot more to web design, and Wix does make it easy, but there's a lot of web design principles you can learn at the Webmaster Academy. So for anything that you want to get more in depth about, whether it's SEO or blogging or just basic good design principles, check us out at www.webmasteracademy.online, and I will take you from concept, that's pen and paper, from concept to automation of a brand new website that you could build for yourself, or you can learn how to build websites for others. All right, let's go ahead and go under the hood. So I'm going to go into the Wix editor, and here we could start seeing the things we can change. Now, the first item is a strip, and this website is built using strips. I have a whole lesson on web design using the strip building method at the Academy if you want to learn more about that. So here we have a strip, and in the strip, sometimes we have multiple columns. In this case, it's only one column. Now you notice when I scroll, the menu is persistent. Do you see where it says Program News Cafe, this vertical menu? It stays persistent no matter what I do. And the way they did that is you click on the vertical program menu, and it's basically pinned. So I could set the position of the menu, whether it's in the corner or middle or over here to the right or any other place I want the menu to be, and then I can adjust the horizontal offset. So as you see, it's here in the top left. Watch when I move this horizontal slider. Okay, so do you see the menu just kind of moving left and right? Okay, that's what this slider is for, and it's going to lock that. I can also move this up and down to lock it in place. So that's a pin, and that gives a persistent feel to the menu. So you can unpin it if you don't like it, or just keep it there. So let's look at this strip right here. Let's go ahead and change the background. What's nice is you could just simply change the color. And what I did is I clicked on the strip, and then I clicked on this box that says Change Strip Background. Click on that, and this little box pops up. Here I can change the color. And these are the colors that are set for this site. If you don't like these 5 colors, you could just click on Change, and you could change any of the colors right here. So let's go ahead and change it to purple, for example. Let's go ahead and click on color, change it to purple. You want to pick a color that's going to match your branding. And if you don't like the solid color, you can go ahead and click on an image. And you could upload your own custom image, or you can go and get hundreds of thousands of free images from Wix.com. So I'm going to just put in a dance. Just type in the word dance. So wow, this is good. If I change it to ballerinas, that would definitely change the look and feel of this site. Let's change it to club. And I didn't see anything under club for Wix. Oh, that's because I was searching in Wix exclusives. So here, let's go ahead and type in dance again into all, and you're going to get a much bigger selection So this has a lot of people dancing, of course, and you're going to want to find a picture that matches the look and feel of your particular site. Let's try dancing. So what I'm doing is just trying different keywords, see if I can really radically change the look of the site. I could try typing in nightclub. Nothing for nightclub. How about just club? Alright, so when I just typed in club, I got some more modern pictures. So here, and of course you don't find anything in Wix. You can get them from Shutterstock or any other stock image website. So let's go ahead and change the background here. It's going to ask me to save my work. So just changing to the image, you can see, let's do a quick preview. It definitely changes the look and feel of the site already. This is a slideshow, interestingly enough. So remember that little cursor that was blinking? That was a slideshow of a, looks like it was a text. So I could change this probably to a question mark. Let's do a preview. See, the question mark just blinks. Okay, so that's how they created that. It's basically a slideshow where one slide has the item and the next slide does not. So you can actually just put any letter that you like right there. Let's put a maybe an exclamation point instead of the question mark. And we're going to call our dance club Dance. How's that? It's a nightclub called Dance. Okay, all I need to do is just adjust it so it's a little bit closer right there. Let's do a preview. And there we go. It says Dance. I like it. Now we could change this image right here. Instead of a photo, we can go ahead and change that to a video. That's another option you could do. There's some free from Wix. Let's see if there's any videos that would work. If you have, optimally, you want to have an image of your own club, that's really what you're going to want. I'm going to delete that blinking cursor for now. I'll also change this color to white just so it stands out against the background a little bit better. And same with this little subtitle here. I'm going to change that to white as well. Let's go ahead and do a preview. And you could see that just making the change on that cover definitely changed the look and feel of the site. If you want to show more of that video, I can just make the menu a little bit smaller here. And I could change the header design by clicking on Change Header Design. And what I could do here is I could just make it with no color. And I could take this strip, and if I want, I could probably, just try to put it up as high as I can. Let's do a preview. So now you have the header with the video playing right behind it. So if I change these are buttons. So I would have to change the design of each button to where it's a white text instead. So I can go with the pre-made buttons or click on Customize and just change that to white. I won't do it for all of them, but I just wanted you to see. So you have text right here, and you have a text button. When I hover over, the button glows a certain color. And this enabled me to have a full video background of my club. Remember, you want to go with the look and feel of your particular brand. Alright, so that's how we change the strip. Let me just see if there's any questions at this time. Nope, so far so good. Let me know what you think in the comments if you're watching this during the replay. Let's go ahead and change the strip background here. Now, for these events, you don't change them directly. you actually change them through the back end using Wix events. So for that, I'm going to say manage event. And this is where you can add events or edit the events that are already there. And what's nice about this is you can actually collaborate with other people on your site. So you can add them as a collaborator or a contributor. And what happens is they can go ahead and manage your events, and they don't ever have to go to the website itself. So that's great, because you might have a really great, event organizer or a great marketer. They don't have to be a web designer as well. They can just go into these events, create the events by giving a name, a little teaser, a little image right there. They decide on the location and the time and where it takes place, and then they could add as much detail as they want. Once you build the event, you can then go to tickets, and you can decide how much those tickets are, or if you want them to be free. And then people will have the ability to pay for those tickets on your website. They will receive the proper email confirmations of their purchase, and they'll also have the ability to cancel the event through email by clicking on the cancel button. So that'll be really useful, not only for your users, but for you to be able to keep track of these registrations. So once you create the events, you would then go into settings, and you could decide which events are here, or you could just have one if you don't have 3 of them. You would fix that in settings. Let's scroll down here. And now the next part is the blog. So this is the news section, and right here it says under settings, this is a feed from my blog. What's nice is I can actually choose a category. So for each blog post, I would pick a category, and I could filter just the main ones if I want. You might have blog posts about previous events, upcoming events, or pictures of the event itself. And under the news section, you might just want to put the upcoming events. So in that case, you can automatically tag your blog post as an upcoming event, and then that will automatically scroll here. I can display, choose what I want to display here about the blog, and I could do, in this case, just one column. Or if I have a lot of events, I can go ahead and just change the look and feel right here. This particular website is set up for a single column, and I could decide how many posts I want to show. In this case, they decided to just have one post on the home page. So I would just take the slider and simply go to 1. And that keeps your web page from your home page from getting too cluttered. So that's kind of the automated stream of your blog itself. Here's the cafe section. You would click on the column. So this is a strip with 2 columns. On the column on the left is just simply an image. So you would change the column background, and you would pick a picture, preferably of your particular club. I highly suggest you take authentic pictures so people know what they're getting into when they go to your club. And I just went to the free Wix just for demonstration purposes. You could even show the exterior of your club, especially if your club might be hard to find. Maybe it's in between other big stores, or maybe it's one of those, your door is a small door in a brick building somewhere. So you might want to show what the front door looks like. So in this case, I just want to show a quick picture of the cafe, and you could add some basic menu items there if you'd like. You could add more columns too if you want to give more information about your cafe, or if you have a place where people could eat at your club. So you could add as much detail as you want in this particular strip just by going to Manage Columns, and then you can add a column, and they'll automatically be spaced out for you, or you can remove a column. So that's how you manage columns. I get a lot more detail at the Academy in terms of working with columns. And then let's go ahead. You understand the program. You're going to do that through Wix Events. You'll customize through Wix Events. And then we go into the news section. This is the actual blog itself. And so for the blog, I'm going to click on Manage Posts. So you actually manage these posts in the back end of Wix. Once again, the advantage of that is you can have other people in your organization or business manage all of the blog posts, and they don't have to actually touch the website. They'll log into Wix and they'll have access to this dashboard where they can manage all of the blogs. Okay, so they can edit the content of each blog, they can duplicate, they can turn off commenting or delete them and set up the tags. So if I click on Edit Post, I click on Post Settings, and here's where I can put in the date, a custom URL, and the title of the blog post. So this is all good for SEO. They actually show you what the blog post looks like on Google. So that's pretty cool. That's a great way to build your SEO right there. And then I could set up the different categories. In this case, there aren't any categories established. I would do that on the back end. So that's how you manage the blog. So it's a very simple site for somebody who just wants to show the unique programs and content that their theater or club has for the public. Give people the ability to know where you are, how to register, and what's going on. Keep it simple with this template right here. So that is the template. That is the Dance Club template from Wix.com. Let me just see if there's any questions at this time or comments. All right, so far so good. So if you do have any comments, let me know. I really appreciate you taking the time, especially if you've gone all the way to the end of this video with me. Thanks for spending time with me, and I look forward to our next video and our next template. Once again, if you want to know more about web design from concept to publication to automation, check us out at the Webmaster Academy. The link is in the show notes at the bottom. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.